Guys, it's Brit. Tonight we're here with a good old-fashioned reaction to Allinwithari. She did upload this video, which I think might be interesting. If it's super boring, then obviously y'all won't be seeing this video as a reaction because there is no point. But I wanted to see what she has to say. The title of the video is Solo Hike Part 1, Why I've Been Quiet, Getting the Knock. 3 hours ago it was published and it has 2.7 thousand views. And this is interesting. The fact that she says part 1 tells me that it's going to be a multiple part series. Is it going to be 2 parts, 3 parts? I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. But for right now, we're going to check in and see what she has to say as far as why she's been quiet. Now, based on her hashtags, spiritual warfare, hashtag God, hashtag car life, she's not using hashtag homeless or homelessness anymore. Maybe this is her trying to rebrand her channel and kind of start a new chapter. I'm not sure. And before we get into this, the actual reaction of this video, I want to make something really clear. My stance with Ari or Ronnie or whatever you address her by, just talk about the things that people found. You know, don't, when people run or hide from things that are disclosed, especially if they're official documents, we're not talking about just someone with some random opinion about her. These are really serious claims. So the fact that she is ignoring them and kind of dodging questions and deleting comments and moving around the way that she has, that's why people are doubling down and getting more upset with her, because each video that she puts out that's not addressing people's actual concerns is making her look more and more suspicious, more and more guilty. Just own up to it, tell the truth, explain what happened, and then move on. Like, she's a full-time YouTuber now, so you would think that she would want to keep her kind of the path that she is trying to go on clear and concise and consistent, but she runs and hides and dodges questions all the time and refuses to talk about it. So I can't speak for everyone, obviously, but I think that a lot of people look at this and say, why are you avoiding this so, like, you're so intentional with your avoidance method? It's a red flag.
It is 3:07 in the morning. The reason, oh shit. Okay, I stopped. A cop just drove by. The reason I'm awake is because of a cop. I completely passed out in a no parking zone. You can't park from like 1 to 3 in this particular spot. And I totally passed out. I did not mean to sleep that long. I was gonna close my eyes and then wake up before, like way before it was time. I was just so out of it. I must have been sleeping so hard. But I got the knock, and the officers, I had 2 officers shining their lights in my car. At first I was like so confused. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? Because it's been so long since I've been like busted. So I was like thinking something even bigger was going on around me. But no, they were just straight up saying it's because I was parked in a spot that said no parking. And they were asking me questions and all this stuff. He's like, it's not safe here to be sleeping in your car. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'll move. He's like, do you stay around here a lot? And I was like, yeah, no. I mean, sometimes I'll stay in this area.
You know, early on, I and a lot of other people kind of thought that this whole car life thing was maybe not what she was doing full time. And I don't know if I was ever fully convinced that she was like living up in some house somewhere or whatever. But what I can say that I believed is that she was doing a hybrid. So she was, in my opinion, what she was doing is staying with someone and kind of like storing a lot of her personal items at this friend or family member's house. And then the car life thing was what she was using for her YouTube content. But she was actually only in her car like 50% of the time. At least that's what I was thinking. Because we've had these conversations before. If you're living in your car full time, even if you're a minimalist and you're really strict and you have really specific guidelines and you don't buy stuff and you're not shopping, and you're doing the travel size stuff, even though a bottle of shampoo is not going to take up that much space. We've talked about that. You still have a lot of stuff, and other people, because I have watched other individuals who are on YouTube and or TikTok who live in their car full time, and these people have a lot of stuff. Like, if you think about it, put yourself in that situation, and even if you got rid of 80% of your possessions, your car is still going to be pretty full with things that you need day to day. And I just don't think that we've seen that with her. And she has never disclosed that she has a storage unit or she's keeping stuff, at this different place or whatever. So I don't know. For me, I still think that it's a hybrid situation. I think she films all the time from her car because that is her content. That is what made her go viral. That's what put her in the algorithm. So of course she's going to continue to film from her car, even if she's staying with a friend or family member 4 nights a week. Those are just nights that she's not going to film. And of course, that's just my conspiracy. It's just kind of my thoughts based on the things that I've seen about her. But at this point, who even cares? Honestly, like, stop exploiting homeless people, own up to your past, talk about the court documents that have been uncovered. Can you tell us why you lied about your birthday? What do you do all day? That's the other thing. Like, this whole, I'm going to quit and be a full-time YouTuber, but then you're not putting out content. Her entire past, few months on YouTube has been nothing but questions, confusion, concern, red flags, and mystery. And it's hard to keep people engaged for a prolonged period of time if you're confusing and upsetting your subscribers.
And he was just telling me it's not safe, but I mean, where is safe, All these places I'm thinking are safe, like, people are telling me, like, it's not good to be here, so. But yeah, so that was about 15 minutes or so ago. I'm gonna try to go back to sleep. I don't know, I'm probably gonna be awake the rest of the morning. But yeah, that kind of sucked. Oh man. All right, well, I'm gonna lay down and I'll be back.
You guys, I don't care what anyone says. If you are living in your car full time, going to Starbucks and ordering these really overpriced, expensive drinks is not feasible. I don't care what anyone says. Most people that are, truly doing this full time and they're solely relying on YouTube for their income, they're not going to Starbucks and spending $8 on a cup of coffee. She literally gets a venti cappuccino oat milk quad, so that's extra shots of espresso, 5 pumps of brown sugar syrup, cinnamon powder. So the pumps and the quad espresso shots is what's going to add to this not just being a venti cappuccino price. With tax, this is close to a $10 cup of coffee. I guarantee it. And I don't know, if you want to tell people how to do car life and you're supposed to be some kind of advocate who is sharing a tough chapter that they're going through, I don't understand how you expect to connect to anyone when you're buying $10 cups of coffee and driving around wasting gas all day long. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning of this. I want to read this to you. As I mentioned before, I've been on my spiritual journey for the last couple of years. Every single day, I face battles that I never anticipated I would. As my fellow spiritual warriors know, our battles are not of the flesh. If you choose to live for God, you can expect major spiritual warfare. Some days are a breeze, filled with joy, energy, and hope. Other days are difficult, discouraging, and emotional. At times, my faith is shaken, my hope is diminished. It's difficult to express how hard the narrow path can be. It's called the road less traveled because few are willing to endure what it takes. It means that your life, your ways, your thoughts, your habits, your possessions, and sometimes even people in your life can be completely stripped from you, leaving room for only God. And then she puts a Bible verse here. It means no longer having one foot in the door. It means you're all in. It means isolation, sitting in prayer, meditation, spending quality time with God day in and day out. Whenever everyone else is around you, carries on in the fast lane. It means giving up all distractions, sitting in your emotions, dealing with them, sitting with your anxiety, depression, and negative thoughts, but having the courage to trust in God through it all. Learning to shut the world out when it can be so cruel, but doing it with a forgiving heart. Holding the truth inside until God says it's time. It means taking bullets without firing back. My faith is strong, but I am human. I fall short of the glory of God. So I have to keep picking myself up and fighting the good fight, remembering that no matter what things look like around me, I serve a God who loves me beyond comprehension, a God who loves justice, and a God who always fulfills his promises. When I remember this, my hope is renewed. I say all this because I'd be lying if I led you to believe that I'm always happy and positive. So please know that this is my reality, and the battles I'm facing have made it difficult for me to put out content as often as I'd like, but I'm trying as I power through this phase in my life that I'm currently in. So thank you for being here through my journey. Thanks for your patience and understanding. And while I continue to learn and grow, and as always, thank you for your kindness and support. I want to talk about this because Ronnie or Ari has a history of pandering to people that are Christian. And here's what I will say about this. Y'all kind of know my stance on religion and people who are proselytizing and, kind of pushing their beliefs onto people who didn't ask to hear about their beliefs. And if you're a religious person, that's completely fine. But people like Ari do bad things, and then they come out and say, oh, but I've been saved. I'm living my life for God now. And that's all good and well, but we're also living in the real world. And if you want to make money on social media, which you are making money on social media because you're monetized on YouTube, then when something like child abuse comes out in an official court document, that's not something that you can say, oh, well, I don't want to talk about that. I've been saved by the Lord. You have to you have to be transparent about that. That's not something that you can sweep under the rug and just keep on making money on social media. And I've tried to walk a line where I'm giving fair commentary on her, but also trying to be a little bit understanding. But people can only be understanding for so long when you're not providing your side of the story, and all that there is to review official court documents. If you're going to be silent, then the court documents are going to do the talking for you. And that's how so many people have come up with their conclusion that she is allegedly a very bad person. And now she's just trying to grift her way through YouTube. One of the biggest things that I hear often is sins can be forgiven, but you have to do the work to show that they should be forgiven. You can't just go around harming your own children or child and not do any of the work to show that you should be forgiven or that you are a changed person. And based on everything that we've seen about her, it looks like she just got a new identity, put her stage name on this YouTube channel, and is trying to be a boho, crunchy granola, Christian, Bible loving girl so that she can make money on YouTube. That's what it looks like to me as an outsider looking in. All right, so at the end of the video, she's basically just showing these birds chirping all over the place, and she does this, small little clip of this hike. I don't have a whole lot to say about that. See, these are the people that she panders to. This person said, "Look at you go, God chaser. You got this." I saw another YouTuber, probably me or one of the other channels that talks about her, speaking out against you. That is Satan. Okay, so I'm Satan because I have an opinion on her public content and the fact that she has exploited hashtag homelessness and driven around and gotten $10 cups of coffee and open Patreon and shown that she is in fact a greedy person. And she has not owned up to being a alleged child abuser. Hello. So I don't want to harp too long about the spiritual warfare stuff and this hashtag God and stuff. I don't like people that exploit religion. I don't like people that exploit children. There are just certain people online that exploit something that should not be used for their own financial gain. I will say what I said in the beginning of this video. When she uploads, number one, her views are not great. Number two, she's still losing subscribers. And in my opinion, the reason that this is happening is because every week or every 2 weeks or every 10 days that she goes and she doesn't upload, and then she's not responding to comments, she's not engaging with subscribers, and then she uploads a video like this that does not address anything that people have come to her with questions. And it's kind of like this clickbaity kind of why I've been quiet. Well, all you said was you're talking about God. Like you didn't really give any real substance to people as to, when are they going to get answers? When are they going to get your side of the truth? When are they going to get some information? You just can't be exposed as a bad person on social media and continue to truck along. There's this other guy, there's a YouTube channel called Adventures with Purpose, and he was just recently indicted on some really serious crimes against a child. I'll link a video, or I will link an article in my description box because I'm not going to cover that right now in this video. But if you're going to be on YouTube and things this serious come to light, people are going to be upset. I'm not sure what to tell you, but she's in the position, she's not indicted, but she could definitely get on a video and show a little bit of transparency if she wants this YouTube thing to continue to go the way that it was going a few months ago. It might take her some time to recover, but she could recover it if she would just give the people a little bit of honesty. That's all that people want. There's been so little honesty and transparency from her for a very long time now. Some people might not even believe her side of the story, but if she could just come out with it, then people can make the decision that's best for them. Do they want to continue to watch her? Do they not want to continue to watch her? But I think some people are just kind of curious, and I'm one of those people. You know, I'm a curious person with a YouTube channel, and that's why I talk about a bunch of random different stuff that I come across online. And I think that she had a missed opportunity. I think everything from her going to the Mercedes Benz dealership to quitting her job to talking about Squid Games to exploiting things like homelessness and hashtag God. It's not a very godly thing to do there, Ari. But most importantly, it's those court documents that were uncovered way before she was even prepared to address what was in those documents. So either way, those are going to be my thoughts for now. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.